It is late into the night. The NBA draft is officially wrapped up, but our work is not done here at Chat Sports and on Golden State Warriors today, because now it's time for Golden State Warriors 2022 NBA draft grades. But first, do want to give a shout out, because I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't give a shout out to tonight's presenting sponsor, Aura, for making today's show possible. Aura.com/Chat Sports, the online leader in digital safety security. Free 14-day trial if you use that link at the bottom of your screen. I'll put that link in the comment section and the description of this video. Now, I've been on air for 7 straight hours. If things get a little bit weird on today's show, just cut me some slack. We're putting out multiple videos per day here on the channel, and everything has been popping. So the Warriors did not trade their 28th overall pick. Instead, they decided to keep it, and I really like the selection of Patrick Baldwin Jr., the forward out of Milwaukee. Coming out of high school in Wisconsin, he was a 5-star prospect, but opted to play not for a big-time program in college basketball, but instead for his pops, his father, at the HBCU Milwaukee. Pretty good story there, but once he got to Milwaukee, it wasn't a great story because he didn't have a good season. His offensive numbers were pretty putrid. He failed to find consistency. I think he was forced to do a little bit too much on the offensive end because he realized his complementary cast wasn't all that great. And because of that, it lended itself to Baldwin not really playing all that well. He also dealt with injuries and COVID. But here's the deal. He's not going to be asked to run an offense at the NBA level or with the Warriors like he was asked to do in college. What I like about him, smooth jump shot, but he took way too many ill-advised shots. But I have confidence that Steve Kerr will be able to coach that out of Patrick Baldwin. This guy can get to a shot from anywhere on the floor, has a high release point, and excellent size at 6'9", 6'10". So my grade for Patrick Baldwin Jr., I'm going to give it a B+. Some people had expected this guy to be a lottery pick. You get him at 28, that's really good value there. And I have faith, like I always say, in the Warriors player development program, how they can get the best out of athletes and maximize these players by putting them in to the tremendous culture that the Warriors have. I'm not sure what his prospects are of playing as a rookie, but if he has to play at the G League level to work on his offensive game and take the Jordan Poole route, that's fine because this kid is still a teenager. Who do you think is the best draft pick by the Warriors? That was one. We have a couple more to get to. They did make a draft trade, but let me know the best draft pick by Golden State. Next up, how about this pick coming in? Ryan Rollins out of Toledo. This guy's a really intriguing player. Decent size at 6'3", needs to add a little bit of muscle. And because of that lack of strength, he gets pushed around on both ends a little bit. Played at subpar competition at Toledo, but is a guy who, at the college ranks, any given night, he was giving you 18 to 20 points per game. Has the ability to score from all three levels. He plays with really good pace, which is exactly what the Warriors like to do. Showed improvements as a playmaker as well. But you go back to him lacking strength and athleticism, that's most evident on defense. The Warriors obviously have that offensive-heavy scheme that caters well to what he does well. 19 points per game last year, 6 rebounds, 3.5 assists. He is not the most creative passer. This is a guy who you give the rock to, and you just let his offensive gifts take him to the promised land so that he can find twine, whether he's getting to the hoop or able to knock down some shots from the outside. While he does get pushed around defensively, he does have a knack for making plays on that end. Nearly 2 steals per game. So he has this nice anticipation of playing the passing lanes. We are on the road to 32,000 subscribers right here on Warriors Today. We covered the Baldwin pick. We covered the trade there for Rollins. And we are 300 people away from 32,000 subs. We might be able to get there by the end of the night, by the time I rest my head on a pillow, which is going to hit so different because I've been live all throughout the night. YouTube.com/WarriorsTV. Make sure you subscribe by hitting that red subscribe button right now. Pick grade for Rollins, it's a B-. At this point in the draft, you're taking swings and you're taking chances. You're trying to see if you can hit, like you did with Draymond Green in the second round, like you did with Klay Thompson in the first round after he slid on some draft boards. So Ryan Rollins is that player. I don't expect him to play at all at the NBA level this year. You stick him with the Santa Cruz Warriors, and that allows him to beef up a little bit and work around his all-offensive game, all-around game too. Gui Santos, the forward out of Brazil. There were a lot of rumors that this pick was not Golden State's. As of right now, this pick is for the Warriors. And he's 6'8", 209 pounds. Last year and this past year, playing internationally, of course, as he is from Brazil, 11 points per game, an assist and a half per game. You're projecting that maybe he becomes a pretty solid defender. And look, let's be real. This is a Warriors team that does need to make some changes along the way because they're not going to be able to afford some of the players on this roster. So grade the Warriors draft A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know what you think about the Warriors and what they were able to do. You let me know, and I'll let you know as you go down there about our presenting sponsor, Aura. We do more online than ever, and Aura does everything and more to keep you and your family safe. A free 14-day trial if you just plug in that link down below, aura.com/chatsports. Keep your identity secure with extensive monitoring. You get real-time updates if anything suspicious happens in terms of online banking activity or your identity just getting stolen. I'll put that link in the comment section and the description of this video. So the Warriors, at the end of the day, they draft Patrick Baldwin Jr., and then the other picks other than that, honestly, they don't do much to move the needle for me. But because of the value of Baldwin, the player that he can become, and in today's NBA, you need 3-and-D players. Those are guys who can contribute to championship-level teams, and that's what Baldwin can bring to the table over time. Has some development, certainly, to take advantage of, and he has to work on his game. There's no question about that. But as a former 5-star high school recruit who played 1 year in college and dealt with injuries, there's an ankle thing that's kind of lingered from high school, which is a little bit of a concern. And then there was the COVID issue, and his teammates not necessarily being the utmost best competition. I think all of those factors led to him not playing all that well. I want you to like this video if you're a diehard Warriors fan, and if you just are a big fan of all of the content that we've been pushing out. That thumbs up icon, smash it, and we're going to continue to keep you in the know with all things Warriors, because in a week, NBA free agency gets underway, and the Warriors are certainly going to make some moves, so you don't want to miss anything, and we have you covered with everything. YouTube.com/WarriorsTV. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Appreciate all of you for rocking and rolling with us. Keep it locked for more Dubs coverage. Warriors, we out.